Hey, social media world. Hello to you watching this video. It's been a while since I posted. Been working on stuff, other things in the background. The interesting time of the year, this one. We're kind of, mid-November, and undoubtedly I found myself, and also with my clients as well, there can be a sort of a natural sort of shift towards end of year stuff. Um, Talking to someone in the US, and I think that's actually more difficult for them because you have obviously Thanksgiving the end of this month, and then also Christmas as well. For a lot of us, um, definitely UK, you've seen stuff in the shops all around Christmas already, and so then I start to think about, okay, well, what do I want to do with this time? What's a good use of my time? And it's an interesting one because you know what, end of years are kind of like an artificial construct anyway, but it is, I think, a useful time. It's kind of a natural time to kind of take a little bit of a break from things and come more as an overview in terms of, what I want to do in 2023, for example. Kind of a natural thought process. It's also generally a time of year where we do have a bit more downtime, so naturally our brain will start to process, okay, well, where am I at, kind of what I want to do, type thing. I think that also occurs in the summer as well, quite interestingly. There's two times I kind of get more coaching inquiries, one of which is in January, because it's like, okay, I want things to be different this year. And the other one is often in September, where people have had a bit of a think over the summer and gone, do you know what, I'd just maybe like to work on a few things. That being said, I actually think this time of year is actually a good time to start getting ready for 2023, if that's why your brain's inclined. Because often if you don't, then kind of, end of year Christmas stuff gets in the way. And you can end up sort of mid-January, end of January, and kind of looking around going, okay, I feel like I missed the boat a little bit here. So I think now's a good time to start thinking and prepping for it. So traditionally, particularly, you know, place where I've lived, we have this thing called New Year's resolutions, which is like, what things that I am committing to doing. But actually, often it's New Year's resolutions are actually things I'm committing to not doing, and are generally not very well mapped out or well sustained. So then the next evolution from that is, say, traditional goal setting, like what do I want to do for 2023? How do I want to map it out? Which is good because it gives you some focus. You can see by the way that I've said that, I think there's something better. And this is my offer to you, actually, having watched this far through the video, because most people won't, is this time of year I'd like to offer something a little bit different, which kind of I think goes beyond goal setting. The challenge I have with goal setting is it is very much what I call outcome focused. Now, sometimes that can be really good because there's some key things maybe you think about for a while that are a great expression of who you are, and working towards a goal could be really useful for that. So I'm not dissing that in any way whatsoever. What I prefer myself, and also I tend to suggest to my clients as well, is actually focusing on the process and the journey rather than necessarily the outcome. The outcome becomes an inevitability of the process, because most of the time we're living in process, right? It's not, might be a fleeting moment that we get or don't get our outcome, and then that's kind of it. And I don't want you to delay joy, happiness, or fulfillment until that moment when it does or doesn't happen. So over the last few years, and particularly this year as well, I've been developing some techniques that are still kind of keep the outcome in mind, but kind of I think that's something that's maybe a bit more healthier approach to life, healthier mentally, given what we've gone through the last few years. So my offer is, if you're interested, kind of this month, November, and next month, December, I'm going to run some coaching sessions. Our only investment's going to be time in that. If you then choose you want to work with me afterwards, that's cool. We can talk about that, but there's no obligation. And there's two things I want to focus on. One of which is a technique that I developed called PICO, P-I-C-O, which is kind of an adaptation of goal setting where you actually, I'm going to look at your purpose. We're then going to look at I for intentions, which is areas of focus that you want to look at, say in 2023. See what consistent habits are going to support that. And then, what outcomes might you expect from that? So kind of the goal bit is right at the end. It's kind of the inevitable outcome of the process. So that's PICO. And then I'm developing very recently a new structure called Be, See, and Do. So B as in BE, CSEE. So looking at, okay, how can we come from a center of being, and then what is coming into our brains on the back of that, the seeing bit, which might call that the goal setting or the vision, and then doing. But it's a very deliberate order that B's in the center, and then seeing stuff, and then doing stuff. So Pico, BC, do. If you're interested in having a coaching conversation with me on any of this stuff, to get you in good shape for 2023, even though of course we've just made up years as a concept, might be useful for you. It's something that I do for myself this time of year. Just drop me a line or message if you're interested, and feel free to let any of your friends you think it might be suitable for them. More than happy to have a chat with them too. Okay, bye for now.